Hello guys, welcome back. In today's Microsoft Excel VBA videos, we are going to see that how using the Visual Basic Code in Microsoft Excel, we can apply the borders in cells, and then we are going to see that how can we customize the borders of the cells. So basically this video is going to be all about borders and how can we manipulate them using the Visual Basic Code. So let's start. First of all, let us create a new sheet, and this sheet is where we want to apply our borders. So before applying the borders, what I'm going to do is simply write some text so that I can identify that this is the cell on which I want to apply the borders, and let's change its zoom percentage to around 328% or the maximum zoom percentage you can get. The reason why I have chosen this is because we are going to apply borders and there are some things which are very subtle, so they won't be available or they won't be visible when we are viewing it at the default zoom percentage. So to show you all, I have increased its zoom percentage, and the cell in which I have written my text is the cell number E4. So on the cell number E4, I'm going to apply all my changes. Okay. So since this is all going to be associated with a macro, once you have opened your Excel, you got to open your Visual Basic for Applications editor. For that, you can go to this developer tab itself and go to Visual Basic in the code group, or what you can do is simply press the shortcut Alt F11 and then you will get this VBA editor in front of you all. Then once in the VBA editor, what you got to do is go to the Insert tab and insert a new module. This module will be holding your macro. So let's rename it to borders. The reason why we are naming it to borders is so that we can identify that what is the usage of this module or what is the usage of that particular macro that we have created. Once you press enter, you can see this borders module is being created. If you double click on it, you can just get this blinking arrow over the code pane, means this borders is now available for you to code. So the first thing that we got to do is add a sub procedure. So to add the sub procedure, just write the keyword sub with a capital S, and then we are going to provide the name of the sub procedure, which is actually going to be the name of our macro. So let's provide it a name, that is borders, and open and close the parenthesis to make Visual Basic realize that yes, it is actually a sub procedure, so you got to treat it as a macro. Once you press enter, Visual Basic does exactly that. It recognizes it as a sub procedure and adds an end sub to its end to signify that yes, you can add any code and I will treat it as a macro. So these are the steps of creating a macro. Now what you are going to do is, first of all, you got to select your cell on which you want to apply border. So my cell is E4. So to select a cell, we can simply make use of the range function. So just type in range. Since it is a function, we need to open and close the parentheses. So open the parenthesis, and within double quotes we need to provide it with the name of the cell. The name of the cell that we are using is E4, and you can just close this double quotes and then close the parenthesis. So with this, we are going to refer to our cell E4, and then we got to specify that E4's which property is what we are going to concern with. So which property? Borders property is what we are going to concern ourselves with. Okay, so this is the method through which you can go to borders. So just put a full stop or a dot. Okay, so now you got to search for borders. This is this borders property. Once you put a tab, you can get access to all the methods of this borders property. Now there are various methods of this borders property, but that is not all these methods that we should try, because there are these different options. But to apply the basic borders, there are three main options that we must consider. These three options is, first, the border style, that what is going to be the style of your borders. Second is what is the color of your borders, and the third one is what is going to be the weight or the thickness of your borders. So these are the three main options that we must concern ourselves with. So the first thing is the style of the borders. So for the borders style, once you have got this borders property, what you got to do is again put a dot, and then you go to this option or this property of the borders that is known as line style. Once you get to line style, you would be able to apply the style of the borders that you want. So just put a tab and an equal sign. Now here you can provide some of the default values that have been provided to you by Visual Basic. Now using these default values, you can provide the different line styles for the borders. So we have 5 different types of values, of 5 possible values for the line style. Now what are these 5 possible values? First is a dot, then a dash, continuous, double and a none. So these are the 5 possible values. Suppose you want a continuous line along the borders. So what you got to type is XL continuous, like this. So continuous is the line style and we got to precede it with XL to make sure that VB understands what it is. If we just run it, then you can see that we have got a simple black border with a continuous line. So black is the default setting of the colors, and this thickness, which is actually 1, is the default thickness. If we just change it from continuous to anything else, there is another possible value, say dot. If we want to apply a dotted border, then if we just click on run, then you can see that we have got a dotted border for ourselves. If we do not want dot, if we want a dashed border, so just provide XL dash as the value, and when you run it, this is the dashed lines or the dashed borders that you have got. Now instead of dash, suppose you want a none, so just provide XL none, and if you just run it, you can see all the borders have got off. So this XL none is used when you want to get rid of all the borders that you have been applied previously. So this is a line style that you can go with. Then another option is available with us, that is XL double. If you just write XL double and click on run, then this double borders is what we have got. So by default, what border line do we get is continuous, and what happens if we just click on none, all the borders that we have applied up till now will vanish. Okay, so XL continuous is over here. Okay, so let's just change it to XL none and run it once. So that was about the line style. Now what happens if you want to change the say color of your borders? Okay, let us again select the cell using the range property E4, within double quotes put a dot, select borders property, put a tab, then put a dot. Now instead of line style, we are concerning ourselves with other property that is known as color. So using color, we all know that we can use the default values provided to us by Visual Basic, that is VB red, VB green, VB blue, VB magenta, VB cyan, etc., or anything else basically. So let us go with VB red. Now if we just run it, then you can see we have got a continuous line style of the border, and the color of the line has been changed from black to red. Why? Because we have provided it explicitly. If we just change it to say VB cyan, then what happens? This line color changes to cyan. If we provide any other color, say magenta, it's changed to magenta. So this is how you can play with the border color. Now if you want to play with the border line weight, then you can do that as well. Go to this range function, provide E4 as the cell, put a dot, select on borders, put a dot, then we are going to play with its thickness or its weight. So the property we have got is weight. You can just put a tab, and we have got values up till 4. If you say if you just keep it 1, then what happens? You have got a very thin border. If you keep it at 0, then you will get this kind of error, because 0 is not a possible value recognized by the weight property. You can just click on end. So the possible values are from 1 till 4. Suppose you provided with 5, which is out of the range. Again, you will get the same error. Okay, so let's say if we just provide it with 4 and run it, then you can see you have got this real thick border with weight 4. So that's how you can work with the weight. So yeah, and there is one more thing, that using this range or this border colors, you can use another method to just color the borders, and that is through color index. We have already taken a look at its usage before, but let's look at it again. Suppose you provided with 26, then what happens is, if you just run it, or we can just remove this line, and now if we run it, then 26 we have got this color. Let's just change it to 1, and let's see, the color index for 1 is black, so we have got this black. Suppose you want to change it to something else, say 3, then it's changed to red. So using this color index property as well, we can change the border color. So that is all about the borders that you need to know in Microsoft Excel. Thanks for watching.